Hello, I'm Seema and welcome to my chemistry lessons. In this video, I'll introduce the concept of classification. Classification is grouping things which are similar in something together in order to simplify our study or anything that we are doing. Let's take an example. At home, we have separate rooms for separate things. And this is a kind of a classification. We've turned columns, that is, areas which are assigned to certain tasks. And therefore, in those areas, we put stuff which is according to that place. For example, the beds are in the bedroom. You have a drawing room or a living room where everyone sits together. There's a television set there, and there's a little decoration, and there's a sofa, and there are seats, some lawn chairs. And then you have a dining room where everyone sits and eats. There's a kitchen where cooking is done. There's a bathroom where you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth, you take a shower. And so there's a study where you have your books. Imagine you wake up one morning and it's a beautiful day and you are really very keen to get to school because today your teacher is going to tell you about classification. So you're excited. But you do not know that there's no classification in your house today. So what do? You get up out of bed and you realize the bed is not in the bedroom, it's in the drawing room. Anyway, you just ignore it. And you rush to the bathroom to brush your teeth. And when you go there, you find next to the wash basin, there's a beautiful jar and there's a flower vase with flowers in it. And those flowers are looking so beautiful where usually your brushes are lying. So you can't find your brushes there. And what do you see in the sink? There's a pot of milk lying there. And what's milk doing there? You don't know. But you just have to brush your teeth. So you start looking, fumbling for the brush, and you're looking here and there, and you want to see where they are, and you run from one room to the other looking for your brush. And when you do that, you find, running from one room to the other, you find that in your study, where you keep your pens, in that holder, in the pen holder, there are your brushes. You somehow snatch your brush and you run to the bathroom, you pick the milk up, you keep it on a side and you try to brush your teeth. By this time, you have to go to the toilet and you find that the commode is not there in the bathroom. And if it's not there, where is it? So you start looking for it, you run around to the bedroom, to the living room, you go to the dining room, you're looking around for it, and what do you find? Back there in the backyard, there's a little store where your mom keeps her gardening tools. The commode is there. So you've been running all over already, and you run and you go to the bathroom. Finally, you're relieved, you come back and you need to take a shower. When you need to take a shower, you go looking for your clothes, your towels and everything. And when you do that, you go to your bedroom because you're expecting your clothes to be there in the cupboards. So as soon as you open the cupboard, you find that there are utensils beautifully stacked in the cupboard. And then you use your logic and you feel, okay, if utensils are in the cupboard, where would I find my clothes? So you rush to the kitchen thinking that your clothes might be in the kitchen cupboards. So you open the kitchen cupboards and what do you find? Beautifully stacked books, Your books of your study are nicely kept in the kitchen. So now you run from the kitchen and you come to your study and you expect your clothes to be there in the study. But you don't find them. Where the bookshelves are, you do not find your clothes. So you run and run and run. And finally, where do you go? You go to the washroom and you find that in the washer, all the clothes are there. So you pull out your clothes and you somehow get your uniform, you wear it, and now you're looking for your shoes and socks. So when you're looking for your socks and you start running around to find it, it's obviously not in the drawer where it should be. And you run and you find it somewhere else. And then when you're looking for your shoes, you find your shoes in the dryer or in the dishwasher. And imagine a day how crazy it would be if there was no classification in the first half an hour of your waking up. In the first half hour of your waking up, if there was no classification, life would be a chaos. So what is classification? Classification is categorizing things, separating them to make life easier, to make your knowledge, your study easier. Just imagine, you come to school and assume there are 1,000 students in the school. And if we did not know about classification and we weren't smart enough to do it, we would have to employ 1,000 teachers for 1,000 students, not just 1,000. You study 6 subjects, so we'd need 6,000 teachers because every student is studying 6 subjects. And if there are 6,000 teachers and every student has to be taught separately, we need 1,000 rooms at least for the students, because every teacher will come and teach a student in one room, and we will need 6,000 rooms for the teachers too. How crazy, and what a big institution that will have to be. Rather, what we do, we classify children according to their ages and according to their mental development, the level of knowledge that they have. And then we classify them into different classes, and instead of having 6,000 teachers, we have just about 60 teachers who handle all the 6 subjects for all the 1,000 students in about a school that has about 100 rooms, and we can still manage that. So classification is a method of categorizing things, putting them together and simplifying your work. And in our case, since we are studying the classification of elements, scientists found that all elements, if we study just one element, imagine if you studied just carbon, one element, you would spend a lifetime studying about just that one element, and you would still not complete your knowledge. And we have 108 elements. So what were scientists? They were bogged down by the amount of knowledge that they could gain, and how could they study and how could they teach others about all these elements if they taught them, if they took these elements individually. So it was only wise to classify, to categorize elements which were similar due to some properties, and then study them together on the basis of that. So this is classification. In the next video, I'll tell you about the history of the classification of elements. What were the earlier trials at classification? Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Please return for part 2 of classification of elements. Bye-bye.